Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy week of January the 29th. I hope you had a great weekend. And if you celebrate any of the holidays that are going on in December, I hope you are having a joyful one. This is our last week of December. I don't know how we got here, but we are here. We are pulling, where to go? From our usual James Van Praagh Soul's Journey. And this week, I love this for the energy. I've mentioned before, I'm not a big resolutions gal, and there'll be a post. I have one freebie chat that's coming up on Wednesday at 10 a.m. if you want to join that, and I'll talk about more about that in a minute. Um, but I'm not a resolutions gal. I've never liked resolutions. I feel like sometimes that's just setting you up for failure, and I'm not here for it. But what I do like to do is to reset, to reflect, reset, because there is an energy that comes with it. I don't know what it is. There's just this energy, and I'm here for it. I'm here for the. I don't know about you, but 2025 was a lot. It was a lot. So the card this week from our James Van Praagh deck is, I love this, abundance. Oh, I love this going into the energy of 2026. And it says, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Now, I don't know where you all stand on manifestation, but I sort of see manifestation as a lot of different things. Okay. And I'm not going to get into my particular and specific definition of manifestation. But I do think that one of the things that you can do is to look at the positive things that have happened throughout this last year. Um, and like I said, 2025 has been a doozy for me, like I'm sure it has for many of you, if not all of you. And it is easy for me, as much as I coach and try to be the cheerleader and all the things, there are times where I can get bogged down in the negativity. And the things that went wrong and the things that were hurtful or things that I've lost. So this card is reminding me that as the this year ends and the next year begins, to focus on the positive. What are the things that I am grateful for? And if you've been here for any amount of time on this page or watching my stuff, you know that I'm a big believer in journaling, specifically writing down at least 5 things every single night that you are grateful for. And I've said this before, what if you woke up tomorrow with only the things that you were grateful for today? And that just it gutted me when I heard that. And it's not my saying. I honestly don't know where it came from. Um, but I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So through this year, the ups, the downs, the twists, the turns, the pivots, the things, made me sit down and list out. Take 2 minutes. Y'all know I love my 2 minute rule. Get that phone out, set that timer, sit down, take some deep breaths in and out, and just write down every single thing that you are grateful and thankful for. Think about that abundance that has come up this year for you, right? And then if we're going to take it a step further, what do you want 2026 to look like? And if you weren't with me on my live on Monday, I mean, on Saturday, if you weren't on the live with me on Saturday, I talked about sitting down, going through the good, letting go of some of those things, but also what do you want 2026 to look like? What kind of abundance do you want in 2026? And when I say abundance, please don't, I'm not talking about the winning the lottery, although that may be on your abundance list. But what does that abundance look like to you? It's going to be different for every single person, right? But what does that look like? What does that feel like? What emotions come with that? And really tune into that. What does that abundance look like? And we may have had some of those moments over the last few weeks if you're celebrating the holidays with family, that feeling of, man, I'm thankful and grateful for this moment right here. Core memory kind of moments, right? So what do you want your 2026 to look like? What do you want to feel like? What do you want to be? Who do you want? How do you want to show up in the world? And again, these are not resolutions. I'm not saying I've got to do X, Y, and Z. What I'm thinking is, how do I want to feel? How do I want to feel? And the first step to that is to get clear on what you're thankful, grateful for, let go of things that are holding you back, and then move forward, right? What does that abundance look like? Because I know that you can. It says, I am a limitless being. I'm a limitless being. Saying, do the thing, whatever the thing is, whether that's brush up your resume, start the podcast, go on that first date, take steps to relinquish a relationship, whether that's significant other or friend, whatever. Draw some boundaries, let some boundaries go because sometimes we need to say yes as much as we need to say no. Sometimes we need to say yes. But what does that abundance look like to you? And it says, I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So, what is that for you? Get clear on that. Get clear on what you want and how you want to feel. That is a great first step into starting 2026 off beautifully. And you got a couple of days to do that. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your holiday season and a happy, happy new year and a safe new year. Please be safe, be careful, stay healthy. I know that all kinds of bugs are going around out there, so stay healthy. Also, on Wednesday at 10 a.m., I will be talking about one thing I do for the upcoming year is choose a word of the year. One of these words that just really I want to focus on for the year. And it came to me like a ton of bricks. I want to tell all about that on Wednesday. So if you want to join me, it'll be here in our Facebook group. Um, and yeah, I would love to have you over there and see you over there. All right, everybody. Have a great week.